Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Authorities in Oklahoma say they believe a 39-year-old convicted sex offender was the killer after he and 6 other people were found dead at a rural property about an hour south of Tulsa. Oklahoma law enforcement say they found the bodies of 2 missing teen girls in Henrietta yesterday. That was along with the suspect, his wife, and her children. Earlier in the day, Oklahoma Highway Patrol reported 2 teen girls were missing and endangered while with the suspect, convicted sex offender Jesse McFadden.
No other family should go through what we're going through right now. And I don't even know what we're supposed to do next.
Now, McFadden was convicted on first-degree rape charges in November of 2003 and then released from prison in October 2020. He was scheduled to stand trial Monday for separate charges. And before we get to other news, let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. Zach, it looks like we're going to have a good spring day today.
Oh, beautiful spring day, Joe. And we're talking about the nice side of spring, right? And March and April and well, I guess the first couple of days of May haven't been that bad. We're going to be getting on the hotter side of spring very quickly here in a couple of days. We're talking about some record heat building in for Friday and Saturday. But enjoy today. Let's not worry about Friday and Saturday until we get there. We've got low to mid 70s, 72 to 75 degrees across northwest Arkansas. We're bumping it up across the River Valley as well. We're looking for more of those upper 70s to mix in. Yesterday was mostly mid 70s for your Tuesday. Though Fort Smith, one of the outliers, did get up to 78 degrees. I think you're going to see more of those upper 70s with the Fort Smith Van Buren area. We're looking at not as chilly as tonight. We've had a lot of mornings in a row here, 30s, 40s. Clouds build in, moisture builds in, and we don't cool off as much. We'll see temperatures 50s to some upper 40s. Again, for today, lots of sunshine, some scattered clouds. Showers stay out in Oklahoma. And then as we go overnight, we will see some clouds build in. Early Thursday morning, some showers should develop out in eastern Oklahoma. We'll have some isolated to scattered shower chances through the day, and then we'll turn our attention out towards the west, Joe. Thursday afternoon, evening, we'll likely see severe storms firing up in western and central Oklahoma. Those storms will make a run for the Arkansas state line late Thursday. Could still pack a little bit of a punch when they come in. Gusty winds, pockets of hail. We'll have more on that forecast over the next couple of days.
All right, thanks so much, Zach. Well, the Oklahoma House has given final approval to a bill that protects women's freedom to access birth control. The bill includes protections for contraceptive drugs, surgeries, and other treatments provided by authorized healthcare providers. It does not, however, legalize or provide protections for medication abortions. It is now headed to Governor Stitt's desk for consideration. And a longtime Huntsville trucking company is being sold in a multi-million-dollar deal. Covenant Logistics Group of Chattanooga, Tennessee, bought Lou Thompson and Son Trucking for $100 million. That was in a deal that closed last month. Lou Thompson founded his trucking company in 1983. His son Josh took over as president in 1998. And it's the story we've been following for more than a month now. This morning, we're learning more about efforts to legalize a Fort Smith incentive to bring in a mystery business. The development is being referred to as Project X. 5 News reporter Micah Wilson has more.
Within minutes, the Fort Smith Board of Directors approved that zoning ordinance, but during that meeting, we learned more about the bill filed to make that incentive legal.
They should be held accountable.
Joey McCutcheon practices law in Fort Smith. He's talking about the city of Fort Smith and Board of Directors.
6 out of 7 city directors are told that this is illegal, and they break their necks to do it anyway. It's really disheartening.
In March, Senator Greg Stubblefield filed SB 493 in an effort to make the Fort Smith incentive to use $2.5 million in taxpayer money to bring Project X to the city legal. But it failed. He brought it up again during this week's sign die at the Capitol.
Where does this slippery slope end? Or are we just going to show favoritism to the big corporations?
McCutcheon says if Project X comes to Fort Smith and the incentive is still illegal, Fort Smith taxpayers can take legal action. And if they win,
the taxpayers would be reimbursed for an illegal appropriation of money to a private corporation.
McCutcheon also provided 5 News with letters and documents for the project. He believes Project X could be a Bass Pro Shop based off of these letters from Mayor McGill and Administrator Carl Gefkin to developer Charles Hodges.
Same developer is developing a Bass Pro Shops in Midland, Texas.
In April, 5 News' content partner Arkansas Business reported seeing a Bass Pro Shop rep scouting potential sites in Fort Smith. But with incentive currently illegal,
To trample all over our Constitution in the name of economic development is just wrong.
And of course, we will keep looking into this and asking questions. For now, we're in Fort Smith, covering news where you live. Michael Wilson, 5 News.
All right, thank you, Mike. And now we did reach out to Senator Stubblefield about if he would refile the bill next session. He told us he'd reach out to property owner Benny Westfall. Well, thank you for joining us here for your top stories on this Wednesday. I'm Joe Ellison. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more. Have a great day.